Last time, you told someone your plans. How long did it take before something mysteriously got in the way? A friend who suddenly needed you. A partner who started a fight that drained your focus. A boss who restructured exactly the opportunity you were aiming for. That's not coincidence. That's what happens when your life is an open book. Machiavelli warned, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." Tamed dogs think transparency is always virtuous. They overshare, over-explain, and make themselves incredibly easy to read and incredibly easy to control. Wolves move differently. They don't lie. They don't brag. They simply understand one thing. They can't manipulate what they can't see. Today, I'll break down 6 laws of strategic misdirection to help you outsmart manipulators, protect your boundaries, and become psychologically unreadable without becoming a villain. This content is for education and self-protection only. We study dark psychology to recognize, spot, and defend against manipulation, not to harm or control anyone. Law 1. The intention cage. Every goal you announce becomes a handle someone can grab. When you tell people, "I'm starting this business, I'm leaving this job, I'm going to the gym every day," you think you're manifesting. Often, you're just giving others a perfect blueprint to interfere. Jealous friends drop doubts. Insecure partners create drama. Petty bosses suddenly question your commitment. Tamed dogs talk first, maybe execute later, if they still have energy. Wolves flip the sequence. They execute first, talk later, if at all it's necessary. So from now on, ask yourself before you speak. Does sharing this intention help me, or does it just make me easier to manage? Share your vision only with people who have earned a track record of protecting it. Everyone else? They get results, not roadmaps. Law 2. The false trail principle. Some people don't ask questions to understand you. They ask to measure control. Where are you going? What are you working on? Why didn't you tell me? When your nervous system feels that tightness in your chest, that instinctive, "Why do I owe you this?" that's your inner wolf waking up. Strategic misdirection here is simple. Give them something believable, harmless, and incomplete. Something like, "I'm just sorting a few things out." Working on a small side project. Nothing big, just focusing on myself. You're not building an elaborate lie. You're giving a vague, non-threatening truth that doesn't expose your core objective. Healthy people won't push. Manipulative people will. That reaction tells you exactly who you're dealing with. Law 3. The emotional mask. Every time you show someone what hurts you, what scares you, what triggers you, you're handing them a manual. In the right hands, that manual becomes empathy. In the wrong hands, it becomes a weapon. Wolves separate what they feel from what they show. This doesn't mean becoming numb. It means building an inner room where your emotions live first, before anyone else gets access. When someone is clearly studying your reactions, pushing buttons, making little jabs, seeing what gets a rise out of you, that is not a safe moment to be real. That is a moment to go still. Minimal expression, calm tone, short answers. Later, in safe spaces, you process the emotion fully. You don't deny it. You just refuse to bleed in front of people who collect blood. Law 4. The information diet. Information is currency. Tamed dogs spend it like confetti. Wolves invest it like capital. Before you share anything about your schedule, your money, your relationships, your mental state, pause and ask, does this move me closer to sovereignty, or does it just feed someone else's curiosity or control? You want a life where people know of you, but very few know you deeply. That's not isolation. That's sovereignty. You can be kind, social, even charismatic, while still being extremely selective about access to your inner world. Law 5. The reverse probe shield. Manipulators love innocent questions. It's reconnaissance disguised as small talk. When someone repeatedly digs, "How much did you pay?" "Exactly how much do you make?" "Who are you seeing?" You don't reward that. You redirect it. Answer sideways. Laugh it off. Give a range, not a number. Or flip it back. Why do you ask? That one question is powerful. Manipulators hate explaining themselves. They want you on the defensive. When you calmly ask why, you've just put them under the microscope. They either back off or they reveal their agenda. Both outcomes protect you. Layer 6. The patience game. Tamed dogs cannot stand being misunderstood. The second someone questions them, they over-explain, over-justify, and drain energy proving they're good. Wolves understand. Being misunderstood briefly is a small price to pay for long-term freedom. Sometimes you will let people think you're less ambitious than you are, less emotional than you are, less capable than you are. Why? Because when people underestimate you, they show more of their own hand and plan less around yours. Silence and time are weapons. The more comfortable you become with not explaining yourself, the less leverage the world has over you. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. If you feel a desperate urge to overshare, to confess every plan, to make sure people get you, das die nicht, that's your inner dog begging for validation. Notice the exact moment you want to explain yourself. Pause. Ask, am I doing this for strategy or for approval? If it's approval, let the discomfort burn. Sit with it. That's you weaning yourself off external permission. Power feels lonely at first, then it feels peaceful. Someone from this community sent me this story. I used to tell my friends everything. Business ideas, relationship problems, every insecurity. I thought it made us close. Then I watched one friend use my own words to humiliate me in front of a group. All they did was quote me. That day I realized I handed them the knife. After that, I started talking less, moving quietly, and letting results speak. I didn't become colder. I just became harder to play. If that hits a nerve, that's not an accident. That is your wake-up call. They can't manipulate what they can't see. If this helped you, type wolf in the comments, so I know you're done living like an open book in a world full of predators. In the next episode of this series, we'll go one level deeper. How to use carefully controlled vulnerability as a weapon of truth. How wolves show weakness strategically to build power, not lose it. Subscribe if you're serious about learning dark psychology for defense, not abuse. And remember, the dog wants to be understood. The wolf wants to be untouchable. Choose. Master the game. Guard your mind.